Hello, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. My name is Fitzgerald Stevens, and welcome to another edition of Find Ways to Win. It's been a very, very productive week for you. You accomplished some of your goals and objectives. You made progress. You're making progress. Now it's time to get a little rest, perhaps spend time with your loved ones or doing the activities you love to do. And so I hope everything is your way and everything. So we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. First of all, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Going to talk to you about the subject that popped in my head about yesterday. People are watching you. Give them a great show. People are watching you. Give them a great show. Listen, you don't have to always get the accolades and the pat on the backs for someone to be observing you. There is someone out there right now that you're actually inspiring by your attitude, either for the good or for the not so good. There's someone who's looking at your hustle, and there's someone who's looking at your ability to stick with it, to seeing how you're pushing through. There are actually people there who are drawing inspiration from your life, even if you don't think you're being effective. You're always being watched. You're always being monitored. It could be male, female, a small boy, a small girl. It doesn't make a difference. You are influencing someone. I want you to understand that you are an influencer. Be an influencer of good. Keep that in your mind. I am being monitored. Think in terms of like somewhere someone is looking at me. We know in the world today that this world is full of surveillance cameras. When you go to airports or you go to governmental buildings, or even that is going to try to cost us and things. So we want to make sure that we have our best foot forward. That's the surveillance is holding a lot of people accountable, mainly police officers. The smartphone has changed everything, where you can actually film officers and keep them on the up and up. If they're not, I personally believe if people are doing what they're supposed to do, they're not going to care if they're really being monitored some of the time. So your life is a canvas being written every day by you, and there are people who are looking at what you're painting. So you want to put yourself in a good light. You want to shine, man. You want to work in a mentality like, I can't quit. I can't give up on this. I can't lose my cool. I can't be all my emotions in this, because people are looking at me. Somewhere along the line, someone is observing me, what I do, and they're looking at me, and how I act and how I react could possibly be beneficial or detrimental to my well-being and my future. Based on my ability to control myself. People are looking at me. If I'm leading a team, if I'm leading a sales team, if I'm leading a division, whatever I'm doing, if I'm a leader of people, they are watching me. They are seeing how I'm going forward. If someone's thinking about promoting me, that person is watching me to see how I respond under pressure, to see how I act when it gets tough. Am I a person who quits? Are you a person who quits? Do you give up so easily? Do you gossip? Do you backbite? Do you have a complaining spirit? All these things can go against you. But if are you known as that person who sets their hands to the grind? Okay, they're plowing through. They're pushing through. No matter what, they're not complaining. They're showing up on time. They're sometimes staying late. They're putting the project first, and they're putting the team first. Well, you better believe when the powers that be get ready to take in consideration who should we put in this leadership role, or who should we elevate, or who should we elevate into an upper leadership role. You better believe your name is going to come up. People are watching you. Put on your best show. Put your best foot forward. Don't think that you have any days off. Don't think that wow, I've been really doing this and that to grind. I can let my guard down, because when you let your guard down, that's the very time someone will see you who didn't need to see you let your guard down, and all that previous stuff that you did before then, that's going to be erased. that is going to be raised. How many times have we heard about stories about star athletes, and or star politicians, star business leaders have built up impeccable reputations, only to have it ruined or highly questionable by one foolish move. People are watching you. People are watching you. Give them a great show. Let them see that you are a winner. Let them see that you act like a winner. You respond like a winner. You do like a winner. You talk and you think like a winner. Let them see that. Let them see that you have an energy that brings excitement and confidence and realistic expectations into the mix. Let them see that. Let them see that you're able to be a good follower. If you're doing something, let me say you're able to fit in with the team. You're able to do what's necessary to get the job done. Let them see that you don't necessarily consider yourself someone who always needs the credit, that you're able to give that to your team. Let them see that you're supporting that team, and you're sitting in there taking blows for your team. You're standing up for your people. People are going to respect you, and people are going to follow you if you're able to do that. If they see you have their best interests in mind, which is the essence of a real true leader, as opposed to just putting your interests always over them. If they see that you care about them, that you're jumping right in the trenches to help them, that you're trying to build something for them, and build something for yourself, they are going to follow you. You're going to respect yourself more. You're going to feel good about your life. You're going to feel good about what you're achieving and what you're trying to accomplish, because you know you are being watched. And so when you know you're being watched, you live with the expectation, my actions matter. My words matter. So I'm going to put my best foot forward and make sure I'm giving a real good show, because someone is being motivated or demotivated by what I do, what I say. So yes, we have a responsibility, not only to ourselves, but others, because truly we are an interconnected world. With the event of air travel and ocean liners and the granddaddy of them all, the internet, we are all a click away. One thing that you can do, the one thing you can do, especially if you're well known and you have a bad light, it can be posted all over the world in a matter of seconds. Or if you doing something that has a good light, it can be posted all over the world in a matter of seconds. It can cause great brand awareness for you, or it can cause great brand rejection for you. Your actions matter. You are always being watched. You are always being under surveillance by someone. So what my goal is to talk to you guys about today, to make you aware of that. So if you're on stage, it's showtime. And you are on stage every single day you wake up. Every day you wake up, it starts with your attitude. Are you a man who gives thanks? Are you a man who gives praise? Do you thank God for another day, for taking time out of His schedule to wake you up this morning, to give you His air to let you breathe it in your lungs? Or are you grateful that you have health and that you have strength and you have another opportunity to create and do what you want to do and be what you want to be? Are you grateful for that? Or you're a complainer? Or are you expecting things to go wrong? Are you waking up angry? Are you waking up not confidence? Are you waking up with frustration? Are you waking up with a foggy mind, and those things? No wonder, that's going to telegraph the rest of your day, and people can see that. Or are you waking up a winner? Are you waking up, I expect to win. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to clear my mind. I'm going to be successful. I already visualize seeing myself winning. I already see myself being calm. I'm already forecasting that maybe I'm getting ready to go into a stressful situation. Maybe with a supervisor, or maybe with a customer, or maybe some members of my team. I'm going in a stressful situation, but I am going to control my attitude. I am going to make sure that I know that I'm being watched, and I'm going to put my best foot forward. Living your life with an attitude that you are under surveillance will change your life. You won't make haphazard stupid decisions. You will be very you'll be very careful with the decisions you make. You'll be very careful about the words that come out of your mouth and the tone of the words. You'll learn how to stay calm under pressure. You know, people can't just jerk you by the chain and and get some negative response that's going to hurt you, because you'll already know you're being watched. You would anticipate. You would just be concerned about putting your task first, putting your hand to the plow, and just keep looking straight ahead. You'll come in with a smile. You'll greet people with excitement. You'll have a firm handshake. You'll be able to speak up on matters. Your opinion would be asked for. You will be respected. You will exemplify leadership qualities that people are looking for. There is a horrible lack of leadership. There is a horrible lack of leadership. Many people don't want to be leaders. They live their life like haphazardly. They live their life with like no one's looking at them, and what they do doesn't matter. And they can say what they want and do what they want and don't care about the consequences. That's not a very intelligent way to live life. If you want to move your life forward, if you want to find a way to win, you better act like a winner. You better talk like one, and you better live your life that someone's watching me. Whether it's a child, the next door neighbor's child who's seeing that how I deal with my family, or how I work my job, or how I take care of the things that God has given me, my house, my cars, my possession, how I treat people. Am I able to greet him? Do I put a smile on his face, or am I dismissive and things like that? People, when a supervisor hires you for a job, they want to know that you're not going to be a problem. You come in with a great attitude. You're willing to work. If you're building a network marketing team or a sales team, or whatever you're trying to do, do you have the right attitude? Are you talking about how great things are, or are you just talking about how bad things are? Are you down mouthing the leadership? Are you down mouthing your team? Are you down mouthing the product that you represent, or the goods and services that you represent? Are you doing any of that? You're not hurting anybody but yourself. Because think in terms, even if you're in the elevator by yourself, someone's watching me. Someone's looking at me. Someone's observing me. I am being observed, so I better give them a great show. Because I don't want to be on. If I'm going to make the news, I'm going to make it for the right reason. I'm definitely not going to make it for the wrong ones. And you got to think about that. So, social media has us all interconnected. All interconnected. We can. And there's a lot of garbage out there. And sometimes the garbage gets a lot of likes, and just foolishness, like people fighting and cursing, bucking authority, or putting people's lives at risk, or cursing people out, and all that negative stuff. But you know what? That stuff needs to die, man. That's, you can clown like you want to on channels like that, but you know what? No person is going to take you serious and put you in a leadership role or responsibility. No one, because they don't know when you're going to fly off the handle again. No, you should be a man or woman of stability. And definitely a man or woman of action, but the right actions. You gotta learn how to keep your head under pressure. You gotta be cool when everyone else is not. You gotta be holding yourself together when everyone else is falling apart. You have to make sound decisions and have sound thinking in terms of crisis. That's what the world rewards. And if you're able to do that, and enough people are watching you, man, they're gonna propel you into leadership. You're gonna be able to get to a lot of things you want, simply because you have the character to maintain it. Are you committed? Are you committed? Are you staying faithful to your projects, faithful to your spouse, faithful in your relationship, faithful? Do people know that you're faithful and loyal? Do people know they can trust you? No, and if they can't trust you, they're going to be more apt to follow you. They're going to be more apt to elevate you, because they're going to draw their inspiration far from you. They're going to take inventory on their lives and see, you know what, because this person is doing it, the Fitzgerald is doing this, or Juliet is doing this, or Kadeem is doing this, or Cindy is doing this. I'm seeing him and I'm working at, man, and this individual comes in and they're sharp and they're poised and they're always ready to go. I never catch them in a bad way. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. And if they can do it, I can do it too. And I'm going to have to do it. No, ladies and gentlemen, get serious about your life. Get serious about, finding ways to win and going where you want to go and accomplishing the things you want to do, because you only have a limited amount of time. You only have a limited amount of time. Some would even say finite. But you know what? It's going by. Make the very best of it. Be able to shorten the distance between your goal by having a great attitude, having a great work ethic, having a great plan, working like, am I being effective? I don't have to look around me to see a crowd is following me. And I want my best foot to be forward. I want them to see that, hey, you know what? I have the pressure too, and I have the issues too, and I have the problems just like any other human being. But I want them to see me, you know what? I'm still dredging through with a good attitude, with a positive affirmations, positive results, and just keep going until the job is done, or keep going until my goal is realized. And so it's very, very important that we look at this. It's very, very important that we understand this. Remember, you're being watched. You're being watched, and your life, it matters to someone, whether you think it does it or not. And I want to shoot this out to people who are thinking that, like, they want to give up, and they think they're doing drudgery work, and they think their life just doesn't matter, and they think they'll be better off if they wasn't here. This world would be worse off if you wasn't here. Don't give up. You're inspiring someone. You're inspiring someone. And remember that. But number one person you want to inspire is yourself. You want to fire you up. You can't fire anybody else up if you're not firing yourself up. And that fire has to burn from within. You got to want to be great. There's a lot of this false humility running around. Hey, you can just give me anything, whatever. I'm fine with anything you give me. No, you're not fine with anything you give. You have a specific goal that you want. You have a specific life that you want to live. And that specific life, and it needs direction. It needs fuel. It needs work, for you to bring it to pass. It's nothing wrong with wanting great things. It's nothing wrong when it want to accomplish great things. It's nothing wrong with want to feel the pride of an accomplishment and get the recognition and get the accolades you deserve. It's nothing wrong with want to live in a mansion or wanting to have a nice speedboat. You go on the water, or even want to own a private island. If that's your goal, it's nothing wrong with that. But you got to work for it, and you got to plan for it, and you got to put in, and you're going to have to work some more and plan some more and do, and you got to galvanize others. You got to help other people get what they want in order to help you get what you want. You're going to have to, and you're going to have to think that you are the man or the woman for the job. You deserve to have good things in life. You deserve to have a great relationship, not one of arguing and one of betrayal and not none of that. You deserve to have a good companion, someone who's going to treat you right, and you're going to treat them right. You deserve to make good money. Not be in a position where you're barely scraping by and you're waiting for 3 paychecks just to put rent together, and the fourth one goes to food, and you're always underfunded and stuff like that. You deserve to take those good vacations. You deserve to have overflow. You deserve to have a year's worth of savings as an emergency funding, and have your retirement and living the way you want to live. You deserve to have that business. You deserve that promotion. But you're being watched, and you're being watched, and you are being watched. Often, a lot of times, people have a tendency to get in their own way. They have a tendency to trip themselves up. Do you know there are actually individuals in this world, and they come with all colors, shapes, and sizes, and they come in all professions? Do you know they will actually observe you to see how they can provoke you, to see how they can get you to trip yourself up? Do you realize that? In the world of court, especially here in the United States, we have a right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. So often a lot of us remain silent. A lot of us, we will keep cool when authorities come on, and even if the authorities are tripping, even if they're dead dang wrong, we will keep cool because you know what? We know we're being watched. We know we're being observed. You know what? If a person is arguing with the fool and someone comes in and you're arguing with the fool just like the fool, all I'm going to look in, I see is two fools. I see two fools arguing, but it's a power with being calm in crisis. It's a power, with being able to speak at the appropriate time or not speak at all. It's a power, to persevering and not complaining and not gossiping. It's a power, when things don't go your way and you still have a great attitude like that. People are drawing strength off of that. You're drawing strength off of that. So that's what it means to understand that, I'm putting my best foot forward. You got to make this a part of you. Well, let's talk about some of the steps how we make a part of it. First of all, who are we listening to? What are we listening to? Are we waking up in the morning, listen to the news, seeing who shot who stabbed who, what police chase had to go after there? Are we looking at red tide or any other thing? Are we looking at the economy going down and people losing their job, the inflation and gas prices? Those things can be happening. But I don't suggest you put that in your mind, because you know what? Your mind is going to ultimately cause you to become what you're meditating on. Or are we reading our books? Good books? Are we listening to our Audible subscriptions? Are we talking to our mastermind group? Are we having positive affirmation? Are we giving thanks to the Most High? Are we dreaming? Do we have our vision board up? Are we looking where we want to go? Can we see ourselves there? Can we see ourselves doing that thing? Are we putting forth the work? Do we understand that sometimes you're going to take no's, and you have to take the no's in order to get the yes? And often there are going to be a lot more no's sometimes before you get to the yes. But you got to embrace the no. Are we able to bite our tongue when someone says an insulting remark to us? Because it's not the time to let them have a piece of your mind. It's not the place. It's not the time. Are we going to be cool? Or are we just going to give someone a piece of our mind? Are we going to be provoked by when that silly supervisor says something to us that's out of pocket? Are we going to just get them told and quit our job and just leave without having a backup plan and do all that foolishness? Or we realize we're being watched? Or we realize that we are going to make the choices that are benefiting our lives? You don't really know what you are until you're under pressure. Anybody can be good when things are good. Anybody can be faithful when things are good. Anybody can put a smile, can have a smile on their face when things are good. What happens when things get tough? Are you one to run? Do you run out of your relationship? Do you cheat? Do you steal? Do you complain? Do you make excuses? People ain't hearing that, and people don't respect that. And you won't respect yourself if you're that type of person. People are watching you. Put on a great show. Remember that. Put on a great show. You are always being watched. You always have been watched. And many of us have failed the test. And many of us have learned from that, and we start succeeding in the test. Many of us have become angry, and you know what? But we'll go ahead and not explode in a situation we know is going to hurt us. We'll go to the gym, and kill the steel. We'll go onto the bike and grind and ride that out. We'll sit there and meditate and calm our mind. We'll sit up there and listen to great music or watch a good television show, something that's going to inspire us. And you have to have a routine. You have to have a routine to get you in that mood that you need to stay calm. Big part of my routine is prayer and music. I love nice music. I use music as positive triggers. My favorite musical artist is Sting. I love his music. I like his blend. I like the calmness and the peace that his songs bring to me and things like that. Have been listening to this man since the early '80s, and still his music is effective on me. I like good books. I like nice scenery. I like nature. I like to hear the sounds of a river flowing, and I like to hear the sound of birds chirping. I like visualizing. I like looking at good things and exciting places and where I want to go and where I want to be. And I have the ability to visualize myself there. But you know what? I have to do that because you know what? Sometimes the day is going to be tough. And I'm going to be so-called snap back to reality. But here's the trick. That is my reality. Thinking on what I want to be. Knowing that people are watching me. I definitely don't want to be the reason why I'm tripped up. I don't want to give any of my enemies any fuel to use against me. Whether they're spiritual enemies or physical enemies. I don't want to give them the tools and the fuel in order to beat me. I don't want to beat myself. And you don't want to beat yourself. People are watching you. Give them a great show. Every day, all day. Now, Fitzgerald, I need to talk to someone. I need, about some frustration. Okay, great. I advocate finding someone to talk to, but make sure it's the right person. Make sure it's the person who won't betray your confidence. Make sure it's a person who can offer a solution on how to help you. Don't just talk the talk. Talk for solutions. Talk to get things done. Talk to find ways to win. But control yourself. Control yourself. Once again, I find exercising a very great thing to do. Hitting the steel. I find that very, very good, very, very therapeutic. It doesn't wreck your body. It clears your mind. But trust me, when you're sitting in the gym lifting weights, or you're riding that bike on the trail, and you don't got time to really think about stuff because you're huffing and puffing, trying to get air in your body and trying to accomplish that goal, and it's making you feel good. In other words, take that negative energy that is being deposited in you. Through circumstances, sometimes through people, and dissipate that by using that energy in positive ways to get rid of it. Don't get up there and don't get up there in depression. Don't get up there thinking that you want to hurt yourself or kill yourself because you know what, you don't feel like you matter. Don't sit up there pondering. Don't get up and watch the news. Don't sit up there and sit back and do things that are not going to benefit your life. Don't get up there and talk to Mrs. Bad News or Mr. No Good. Never have any good thing positive. Get away from that. Get away from that. Clear your mind. Clear your mind. Think. Go to sleep in peace. Because if you don't go to sleep in peace, you're not going to wake up in peace. If you don't wake up in peace, you're not going to have a peaceful day. It all counts. So, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you for tuning into this stream. This stream rather. Please hit that like and subscribe button. I really believe that we're making an impact and trying to help people and touching people's lives in a positive way. That's what I'm about. As far as with that, we keep a lot of things to yourself. Especially if it's negative. But you know what? Go ahead and speak a kind word to someone today. Use the same breath that you think about criticizing someone. Use the same breath to find something good in them. If you feel you can't find something good or say something good, like there's an old adage, what the elders used to say, don't say anything at all. Don't dare sit up there and run someone down. Who are you to do that? You don't know their life. You don't know their circumstances. They're a human being just like you. One of the big things about them is they probably have a larger platform than you, and their mistakes is more magnified. But how would you like if someone was running you down like that? If you got a friend that a friend you haven't talked to, and the Most High put him or her on your heart, give them a call, check on them. People are suffering in silence, man. Whether they're pastors or whether they're school teachers, whether they're blue collar, white collar, or no collar, it doesn't make a difference. Very high achieving people are suffering, just like low achieving people. They don't think they have a friend. They don't think no one to listen to. They think the struggle is all them. They think the world would be better off. That's a lie. There are going to be some people who are hurt that if you're not here. There are going to be some people, who are going to be affected if you are not here. Remember, you are influencing people every single day, whether you realize it or not. Keep that in mind. Move your life with that accordingly. Go ahead and make your actions line up with that belief. Understand you're being watched. Accept the responsibility. Embrace the responsibility. Speak good words over yourself, then good words over others. Be thankful. Be grateful that you have a chance to live. You know what? It's not as bad as it can be. It's not as bad. There's always someone in a worse position. There's always someone doing better than you. I've seen people in far worse positions than I am, and they have a smile on their face. They have a prep in their step, and nothing is more humbling. And I do mean nothing is more humbling than when you're complaining and you're whining about what you don't have, and you may have legitimate concerns, whether marital problems or financial problems or health challenges. You may have a real general concern. Nothing is more humble than when the Most High sends someone who is far worse off than you. They will trade places you in a nanosecond. You're complaining about a 1-bedroom apartment. They're sleeping on the street on a park bench. They would basically be overjoyed and elated and probably thank God for days and days just for that 1-bedroom apartment you said it's not that you feel like you're not living. You're driving an old car, and there's other people, don't even have a skateboard to drive. You have an air conditioner, you have a beautiful, loving family, and there's people who don't have that. And they wish they have what you have. They're watching you. They're watching you. And your attitude can make the difference. Do you have the ability just to walk up and say, hey, God bless you? Do you have the ability to go in your pocket sometime and give them a gift? Well, they're going to use it for liquor. Who are you to judge? How do you know? But do you have the ability to speak encouraging words? Or do you have the ability to get down there and complain? Do you have the ability, or you use the ability to tear people down? Oh, you're a bum, or you're nothing but a loose woman, nothing but a whorish woman. Just bringing their mistakes up and throwing that in their face, or you stole and you failed at this project and you're a loser and all that. Is that what you are? Be careful. Be careful. There are some people that God has placed in this world that you dare not put your mouth on. I'm telling you that. I am telling you that. There are some people that God has placed in this world that you dare not put your mouth on. I don't care what it looks like. I don't really care what they've done. He's dealing with them. And your job, and he doesn't need your help. God doesn't tear another man down or another person down or another woman down. So who are you to do it? Who are you? And so you gotta be serious about making a difference, realizing that you're putting a show on and realizing, but for the grace of God, you could easily be in that position yourself. People are watching you, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a great show. We appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey, enjoy your weekend. I hope it'll be fabulous. I plan on getting back with you guys on far as after the Sabbath. And we appreciate you guys for tuning in. And respect and enjoy each and every one of you. Please give me some comments, give me some feedbacks, and more importantly, please subscribe and like and share this. Once again, this is Fitzgerald Stevens. Find ways to win, and you are a winner. Thank you.